First-person shooters put the player in the virtual world to simulate reality. But simulations were used in the art of war even before the PC existed. In 1929, Edwin Link constructed a machine that looked like a miniature aircraft, which could imitate a real plane's dips and dives. He called this flight simulator the Link Trainer.
Your early lessons will be in a nice, comfortable indoor gadget called a Link Trainer, which never leaves the ground.
At first, it was seen as a toy. But as the world armed itself for World War II, orders for Link simulators poured in from all over the world.
The world's armed forces have driven the technology for simulation, in many ways by necessity.
It's much more cost-effective to train a pilot on a simulator than on a real plane. And during World War II, they had to train a lot of pilots really quickly, so you see this kind of flight simulator technology being pushed forward at that time.
Though these early simulators were fairly primitive, Edwin Link had set the stage for what would become a multi-billion-dollar industry. The first program to deliver a 3D flying experience to the home computer was Microsoft's Flight Simulator series, launched in 1980.
When we look at it today, we can look and smile at the way it looked visually, but it certainly in those days was cutting-edge technology.
This software program puts you at the controls of the most realistic flight experience this side of FAA certification.
Back then it was 16 colors on the screen. I think there were 2 different airplanes you had to choose from, 5 scenery areas and about 80 airports. So it was quite limited compared to what it is today.
But as good as Microsoft's technology was for the time, it still lagged far behind what Uncle Sam was doing.
The leaders of graphical display technology in the 80s were really the military. They had things in the military with kind of 3D representation and kind of high-powered graphics that the rest of the world wouldn't see for another decade.